Boom, 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 boom. Matches. Yeah. What is good? What is poppin', everybody? My name is C.
And my name is Notion. How you going?
And welcome to episode 47 of Bad Habits of Podcast. We got Dan in the building.
As always.
Next to me now. Now you're even on camera.
Right?
Should I actually include, should I just like, I guess I'll just keep doing the same intros before. Yeah, should I be like, we got Notion, and I am Notion, and I am Dan, and we should
I think I'll probably slip up if I...
oh, you think it'd be too much pressure?
I think it'd be too much pressure.
Okay.
Yeah,
I respect you,
I'll
honestly.
start stuttering.
Okay. If you change your mind on that, the offer's there. You know?
I'll let you know.
I want you to feel
I'll
comfortable.
email it to you just in case.
Please do.
He's fam.
Boys, how you doing? Everyone good? Everyone blessed?
Very good, thank you.
Spring ting, not too bad.
Yeah,
Can't
it
complain.
is. Bit of a springy. Yo, I don't. Once again, I know we end up talking about the fucking weather, but yo, it's looking like double figures from now to like
I know.
Dude,
for the next hot
mad
minute.
stiffs.
You know?
Mother Nature. What you mean?
Fucking beautiful, eh? Well, first of all, getting in, yo, what do you got there? No, oh, this is
Honestly,
a dry lemon,
through, yeah.
2.5% cannabis
I
beverage.
don't think I've seen that one before.
Okay,
I've never
is
seen that
that calm or what? Is that calm on the scale?
Yeah, it's low. Oh, okay, it's like tangy.
Okay, nice.
I feel like I had it before, but I just want to switch it up. There's not that many options on board. I wish they'd add more.
Last one. I'm smashing down, responsibly and slowly, the reverse psychology double dry hopped IPA from Prohoezak, with Galaxy, Simcoe, Citra, and Mosaic. So, you know,
It's a good
passion
hot
fruit,
bill.
mango, orange, grapefruit. Fucking how you go and get it through your sideways and
Bloody
preferably in the
ripper.
front of your face.
I love it. That is glorious. We got a bunch of comments off the rip. First of all, just before I get to the comments, I made, for those who are watching as opposed to listening, I did the new background the other day. Made it fire. I don't know why.
Looks
we were just
delicious.
being lazy with it. We switched it up. Now we've got plenty of space for Dan up in here.
Mhm.
After last week, it was kind of like when there was like four mans, we had to do it a bit differently. But we're looking a little more professional now. You know what I'm saying? It's 47, episode 47. Like. It's we out here. It's beautiful.
Getting close to the 5-0. We're gonna get that,
Getting close.
that production value up. You know what I mean?
It's what we have to do now. Shouts Bruce Morris. Happy Monday, dude. Happy Monday to you. I hope you are well and staying safe out there in Texas. Craig is in the building. What a champion as always. What up, son? What up? What up? What up?
The big B.
Alan Thorpe. Hey, Brad. What's cracking? It's Notion.
Oh, mate. No, doggy. That's Big Al from fucking back in the homeland, see if easy.
Okay.
Represent. Well,
Represent.
actually not Rover, but Southeast represent. Big
Southeast.
Al. Do you know what I mean?
Southeast.
Hey.
And Bruce says it's going to be 28 in Dallas this week. My lord.
Wow.
Okay, I saw it was going to
That
be...
is riding weather.
That's amazing. I think it's going to be 19 here Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And me birthday is Saturday, and that's 18 degrees.
I haven't
Which
seen
is like-
anything below like 17 for like
Ah,
next
18.
week. Yeah, so we're good.
It's about to be a beautiful beautiful situation. I'm excited. It feels like positivity is in the air, even when the COVID case numbers are not suggesting otherwise. Your province, Notion baby, is fucking up.
What's the
my
deal?
G.
I do not check the numbers. And not look at
So,
these things. Break
Y'all
down
are
to
back.
more.
From what I've seen, you guys are back over 3,000 cases a day.
Fuck, that's a lot of cunts.
Yeah, we were like that too, but then we did the lockdown and we got down to like 600. Now we're back to like maybe 1,000, but you guys are over 3.5. Doug Ford
Well, to be
opened.
honest, man, like,
Go on.
there's a new lockdown going on, and nothing seems to be changed at all. Nothing
So-
like around me seems different.
Right.
So weird.
So on that note, what they did was they opened that's okay. They opened up everything and allowed indoor dining 2 weeks ago when doctors and shit were saying like it's not the fucking time. Like this is not the time to do this. Like things are going wild. They opened it up and then 2 weeks later shit got extra real because it wasn't over 3K at the time. It got to 3K real quick. And it wasn't just the indoor dining. There was other stuff they opened, probably gyms and stuff. And then they had to close again. So it's fucking over. Do you remember when we did the Bandit podcast for BOS? That next day was day one of the opening on the Saturday. And then they closed it as of yesterday.
They stayed up all night to open up for it.
Correct. So they gave him 12 hours notice to open up and prepare, get food in the kitchen, get staff, all of this stuff. And then 2 weeks later, screw them over and you know, and fuck it all up. So like, it's just so inconsistent. It's like, I don't want to talk about it too much because it's like, it genuinely pisses me off. But like, I'm looking at Australians, dude. There are clubs and sports stadiums, like my boy Jess Wheels at the
my
footy.
mate Wayno's at the footy, dude.
Yeah.
At the MCG.
The fuck out of here. Yeah, it's driving me crazy. Tiff is just saying, hang on, what'd you say? Outdoor dining only, no indoor. Are you saying that they opened to outdoor now? Because we're not even open to outdoor now.
Because you said they opened indoor.
Oh, it was just outdoor they opened. Okay, my apologies. So that means, though, that outdoor dining, I think it was in different regions. Yeah, anyway, it's all fucked up. Yeah, Bruce is asking Alan's in Australia. I believe so, right? Oh, there you go. Bloody Rippy. You can tell us about how good they're living out there. We're sitting here like fucking punks, locked up, ready for shit to get fucked up. And then the other shit
is pretty real.
It really is. One of Tiffany's best friends is a nurse, and she posted on Instagram stories the other day, and she took COVID pretty relaxed, if I'm honest. Like, as a nurse, I thought I was a little surprised. And then she the whole time, and then now she posted, she's like, the new variants are putting 20 and 30-year-olds in the ICU like regularly. Like, it's not like it wasn't happening before. I think she just didn't, you know, it was probably so outweighed by the older folks.
Yeah.
Exactly. So these variants are fucking up the game. He's like, lol, punks, we free here, eh? I'm like, yeah, man, we're jealous, bro. We fucked up, dude. We really did fuck up. And she was saying, yeah, so now she's like shook about it because people are dying and stuff that in their 20s and 30s, in Ontario and Toronto at least, because of these new variants. And that gets me more concerned. Everyone's really worried about this or excited about the vaccine. But from what I asked her, like, does this current vaccine work on the new variants? And she said it's probably not. They don't really know, but they don't think so. That's what she said. I don't know if she's correct. But that was kind of my point the whole time. I think the vaccine is definitely going to assist and stuff. And people are like talking like this is, you know, you have a fucking couple jabs and we all get to spit in each other's mouths again. Like, it's not that kind of party. Like, it's really going to be something.
Some really crazy article that was like the headline was like, when can we make out with a stranger again? And I was just, I dropped my phone like, that's enough. I'm going to go away from. I think it was Facebook just scrolling through. Like, an ad came up. I was like, get fucked. That was the title.
Really?
So, you know.
That's pretty
like
funny.
Spitting in cunts' mouths. I guess that's like what you do at festivals and shit. So
basically,
really
sharing beers,
like
sharing beer glasses at festivals and stuff is basically that, though. Let's be honest. We're like, hey man, have a sip of this. This is great. Like, that's what we're doing. Yeah, it's fucking gross. Bruce is saying if Canada has a vaccine distribution, there wouldn't be as big of a surge. That's possible. I don't know for sure, but that is. I guess I'm more even. That doesn't bother me as much as the variants now, because if these variants come in and take over because people are still being irresponsible, then like, and all this big obsession with the vaccine, then it might not, there's a large possibility. From what she said, there's one person, she's not an actual doctor, she's a nurse, but she works with it every day. And if she's saying that they don't think so, I guess she talks to people. I imagine it's the topic of conversation everywhere they go, at work. So if she's saying that might not be a thing, then we're kind of back to square one again. And therefore this vaccine, yeah, it probably does still help, but I can't imagine it like changing the game. Alan says, yeah, true, but I'm not keen on the vaccine there. Yeah, I'm not taking it anytime soon. I'm in no rush. Yeah. I want to see what's popping first, what happens with these variants and stuff. And
facts.
We'll see how it goes. It seems to be, I try to typically avoid the topic. I mean, this is our podcast, so I can talk a bit more freely, but if anybody ever brings it up, I usually just deflect the topic and stuff. I don't even want to talk about it generally. Bruce saying, but the science is that the two-shot vaccines are protective against the new variants. Okay, well, that's not what she told me. I don't know that for sure. If that's what it is, then that's great. That's great news. Then if that's the proof. Still early days though, so we shall see. But where do you want to start today, boys? So we got, I guess, topics. We got a bunch of stuff. Should we go into topics?
We got topics.
Let's bring up the topics here. We need a topic sound.
Screenshots out.
Uh-oh. No's got a couple there. So
I think I got maybe one. Let's have a gaze.
Here we go. Oh, yeah, Bruce is saying his background. Yeah, I feel you, brother. I feel you. Alan's like, blood clots happening here. I don't believe it's been trailed enough. Maybe I took that too far. I think it was going to derail the vaccine conversation because it's not going to get anywhere if we get too deep into it and stuff. I think we should kill that. But the topics here. All right. I guess we'll start with DMX, eh? DMX has been in I think he was hospitalized. What day is it? Monday. Sometime last week, right? It was all like reports. No one confirmed anything at all. And
it was a heart attack, wasn't it?
It was a heart attack, and initially they said it was from an overdose.
But I saw online, I don't know where I can find it. I don't know where I saw it, but it said it's not overdose. But
It's not overdose. I saw people say that too.
I don't know.
Versus, so we'll definitely get into the verses after this. I got a few thoughts on that. I wonder if anyone else felt the same, so it's going to be a good one. But so DMX is in hospital. The heart attack put him on life support. He's in the ICU, and then his lawyer went on whatever, there was a video on social, and he said that he had been taken off life support and is breathing by himself. Apparently that isn't true, and he's still on life support in the ICU right now. So sending love, positive healing energy to the legend. It's such a shame because he just done the verses that was super positive.
With Snoop.
With Snoop, and it felt like I just listened probably 2 weeks ago. I listened to the Drink Champs episode with Nori and them, which was super great. It was cool to hear him and tell his stories and stuff. And he seemed like super lucid and had his shit together. So,
people were saying he's been drug free for a while, and that was people were just going straight for the OD line as far as the news, like the headline goes, and then people were strongly correcting it, which is nice.
Okay.
But apparently the Rough Riders biking, the bike group, I don't know, I want to say gang because it's not really a good word, but anyway, the Rough Riders biking peeps all held they're doing a vigil right now at the front of the hospital and doing a thing for him. They've been at the front of the hospital doing burnouts all week. I don't know if that's really appropriate, but they're showing their how you going. So
yeah, man,
that's kind of.
That's basically what
I
like that.
Everyone sending love to DMX. It's like there's lots of form of love and doing burnouts in the street from the bike mans is appropriate.
Yeah, agreed. I feel like it's on brand.
It was controlled and nice. It was not really disturbing mans for very long, although there was a lot of smoke and it looked really cool.
It's the Rough Riders bike motorbike dudes or whatever, the squad that rides the bikes. Probably did all the shit in their videos and stuff, so pretty cool. The love is there. I've seen a lot of people talk about it on social and stuff, and hopefully he's alright, man, because that would be a big L amongst the last couple of years have been full of L's for humanity. The last that would not be
classic.
Yeah, man, wouldn't be cool. He's had a rough run, that dude, bro, so hopefully Mans can pull through. So sending love, bro. The verses. Let's get to the verses. So last night was the Earth, Wind and Fire versus Isley Brothers versus that went for damn near 4 hours. It was huge. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
That was a whole evening long.
Yeah. It was good.
It was definitely entertaining. So I don't know, where do we want to start? I mean, Steve Harvey as the host was an interesting choice. He was funny. I saw the videos of Godfrey, the comedian, clowning him. It was fucking funny. That was really good. He nailed it.
Yeah, man. Every single verses, there's the after verses where Spice Adams and Afion Crockett do their own kind of piss takes of it. Have you seen that?
Yes, because you told me about it. And then they brought in Godfrey for this one. And Godfrey was Steve Harvey, and he had the hat, and he had a purple T-shirt, and he had a big rolled up sort of piece of paper as a cigar. It was pretty funny. He was just nailing it.
Yeah, as a group chat, that was fantastic.
Yes.
So I saw later this afternoon that Timbo and Swiss were announcing that for the next one they're going to do they said they got more hits than Saturday Night Live, and they're going to bring on Afion and Spice to do the official sort of comedic sort of after party for the next going forward.
Who said that?
So he basically was talking on so Timberland and Swiss today on Instagram Live. They were videoing each other, and they just said it. They spoke it out, and they're like, "Yep, these two brothers have been hilarious after every single verses, and they've been doing their own parodies. They've been going all out and stuff like that." So they gave them mad praises, and they essentially just put it out there, welcomed them to the Triller family, and they're going to be on the next verses doing the comedic sort of relief.
Honestly,
forward. So that's big up.
That's fucking amazing. That's the hustle, and I feel like Swiss and Tim have been like epically generous with this whole thing, giving all the artists who performed some sort of equity in the whole thing, and now bringing on other people. Like, yeah, that's sick. Yeah, fuck
it's
yeah,
huge, man. Because like,
it's beautiful.
Hey, Fionn Crockett's like, you know, been hilarious in the game for a while. He started as a dancer, and he's just been around forever. Like, you know, he's a mad dude, and like on Instagram since he's been, honestly, like I've always known about him and followed him low key, but then since the Verzuz stuff, he's been more prominent on Instagram, and just watching his sort of parodies has been fucking hilarious, and he's just stepped his shit up, and he's embracing his dancing into like, you know, his Instagram reels and like all this sort of stuff. So he's really like just been, you know, showing up, and he's holding it the fuck down. So, and Spice Adams been funny. Like I actually watched a bunch of Freddie Gibbs stuff the other day, and there was a boiler room thing in the UK, and Spice Adams happened to be, I guess, in town, and he was standing next to Madlib, just hanging out. So like
Mads is just out here.
Mads has been around there for the culture, and there seems to be a good fit. So Timbo and Swiss were just like speaking highly of them, and they just like talked about it on the spot, and they were like, okay, that's what we're gonna do.
Love it.
So,
love it. That's beautiful. That makes me happy. So that's great. So basically, yeah, Steve Harvey hosted this one. It seemed to be in some sort of like a little, you know, theater or something like that. It had like a nice stage. Everything was super classy. They were all dressed up pretty. You know. Steve was very extra with the fucking mink coat and the purple Easter suit and stuff. Yeah, he was like ridiculous, and Mads were clowning him hard just because he was so over the top and talked a lot. And it was just jizzing over these dudes. So obviously it meant a lot to him, which was cool.
He was having a time, wasn't he?
He was just
loving it.
booging, wasn't he?
Loving it.
Oh, mate.
Loving it.
Fucking hell.
It's alright.
So, but like, that banter was entertaining.
I can't believe you said that.
We need like a water cannon noise or something. Like,
oh, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the noise we need. So, fuck it. Anyway, he was hosting. It was funny. They were smoking cigars, and he was just like jamming and telling stories about spending his last $5 on like the Earth, Wind and Fire album and smashing some chick, and she wanted to keep. And he was like, "You're not that fine." It's just like, it was funny. Like, you know, that was at the very beginning, and you know, it was cool. They were singing over the top. It was the same as other verses. You know, like obviously. And you know what I read on Twitter that they said that the Isley Brothers did hits from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. That's 6 decades.
Wow.
And they were playing songs. I didn't even know. 28 platinum records or whatever it was. Or is that correct? And then a fuck ton of platinum albums. And they were playing like old joints during the time that were like Twist and Shout and stuff, like old rock songs that I thought were like the Beatles or whatever. That maybe they did it first, and that's why they're such triple OGs, and they've been around for so long, because that's hence the 50s. I'm like, how old are these fucking dudes? If they must be they must be in their 80s or something.
Honestly, they're definitely up there, because like when those songs came on, I was like, wait, are these is this D Nice just playing his thing, or you know, that was very, very odd. Like, what the fuck, they wrote these ones too?
So that makes sense. I was only joking. Like Ronald Isley is 79. Mr. Biggs is 79.
Yeah,
so
Ronald Isley is in the studio with Dr. Dre.
I saw that.
And this is actually, he's like in the studio with the Doctor. So that is incredible. And they had a microphone next to him with a coyote ball over the top, which is like a reflection filter, but a new one. And like that, they were recording vocals in the console room, just chilling. So Dre's got some motherfucking vocal samples coming, or never.
Or never. Or never.
In the filing cabinet. But the fact that Ronald is in the studio with Andre is fantastic.
Yeah. Mr. Young, who's going through some shit himself right now. But I did see that photo as well. I mean, I think we talked about that before.
That was a good one.
So that's
just like it rings samples. And
yes. So speaking of samples, actually,
it's an essential session for music.
Yes,
to happen.
It's a beautiful thing. And speaking of samples, we were talking in the group chat beforehand, and we were talking about how a lot of these songs were samples that we were familiar with. Whether it was like there was one that a friend of ours, Revelino in Melbourne, sampled, and there was shit. We're like, yo, that's the Aaliyah cover. They did like the 2 Aaliyah covers They played a bunch of stuff that I just recognized from different things. We were like, oh shit, that's these. Like, we didn't know. So it was like a discovery. I can't really like front like I listened to either of those acts often or much or deep. You know, I didn't go into their catalogs prior to all of this or anything. So it seemed like these guys could, like, no wonder it was 4 hours if they'd been literally, man's is nearly 80 and he'd been putting out music in the 50s, which means he was born in the 30s or something.
Yeah, he's born in the 30s.
Which is just fucking
He's like
wild.
grandparents' age. It's like fucking
Yeah. So like if he
jamming since been
41.
41.
Like,
so that means he was releasing.
Harvey said like
Okay.
he's like, these guys have been making music since there was no genre. And
Yes.
there was just music on the radio. And this was part of it.
Yes. So which is
like,
pretty
oh,
amazing.
shit.
I feel like a lot of people didn't realize just how legendary all of these people were, and like all their voices really held up. They all look great, considered probably how much they. I don't think any of them like had any drug habits or anything bad, so they lived. You know, they just
it's
looked.
a different time.
Yeah, man. Like I mean, look, but a lot of musicians and rock stars from their
In
era
the 70s
got fucked up. Look at Keith Richards and stuff from Rolling Stones. Like he's
He's
alive,
still
but
kicking. What a surprise.
he's
Bless his cotton socks.
I feel like
mate, he's hitting the gas.
Mate, for decades, and I don't think they.
I reckon he hit the gas for a good 2 decades solid, and then he had to like slow it down.
Oh, he doesn't drink
but
no
it still
more.
went heavy.
He must
I
have.
don't know.
Yeah,
I
look at
reckon
his
it's either one of those
so
cases
much.
where he's drinking and smoking until he's dead, or he has to stop and get real fitas to counteract all the fuckery. Because those old cunts that you see that are like 80 and Portuguese, and then
Just
like,
sucking
smoking
down the
ciggies,
ciggies. Yeah.
And if those kind of blokes quit, they are fucking gone. But
Yeah.
if they stay, they'll just continue on their train. It's
You're right.
weird. So it's like you
He's
have to
probably
just go
that.
along with it or stop it and get fit. It's just a
Big facts.
dead or fuck off moment.
It was nice to see a healthy bunch of people who were in their 70s. Obviously living well. They've all had hits. They've all been making bank off, writing songs for other people. And there was that Phil Collins song that Earth, Wind and Fire did. It was like the second last song. And I didn't realize it was like the singer was featured on that song. I forgot what it was called, but it was great.
Easy Lover.
Easy Lover. Yeah, it's a slapper. I bangs that. Philip Bailey, yeah, him, the main dude. I just didn't know their names and stuff. I'm like, yo, these just like some legendary. Oh, this is all the rounds. Oh, they put it on here.
Apparently, have 25 rounds.
25 rounds. Okay, that's not even that many. Like,
But it seemed longer.
yeah, it seemed way longer because then they had the interlude.
Considering that they span decades.
So, I mean, yeah, they could have gone forever. So it was always these type of celebrations. I didn't write down all the songs or anything, but this makes it a lot
Yeah,
easier.
it's really a lot easier.
There's some. There was just some joints. Now, on the slightly negative side, they actually did 2 songs from the Isley Brothers with R. Kelly, and they actually played them. They played "Contagious" and "Back to Back," and the second one was called. Fuck. It was in the first round. No, it wasn't. Hold up. Yeah, I think it was. Because I had dinner and I was like, I thought it was going to finish, and then I had it on the background. I was like, oh shit, this just keeps going. One's called "Contagious," and the second one was called. Oh fuck, it's called. Okay, keep cruising. Here we go. Busted. So they did those 2, and I was like, yo, when you think about it, like, I understand that people wanted to hear it, and I saw mostly positive responses on Twitter. Some people were like, are you fucking serious? Like, this is bad. They really should not have done that. But the thing about why it is bad, I think it's bad. Yes, the fans want to hear it, but, like, R. Kelly's going to get money from this because not only just from playing it on Versus, but what happens after Versus? Everything gets spiked. And people would have heard that, and then they hear a bit of R. Kelly. I saw people tweet, go, fuck, that's the first time I've heard R. Kelly's voice in like 3 years. And I'd imagine that might reawaken it, because obviously no one's saying his music isn't fire. But everybody's collectively agreed to like, all right, well, this dude did some horrendous shit to a lot of people, and he's paying for it right now. And we don't want to contribute to him getting money. Like, if you really have to listen to it, you got the CD, put that on or something like that, or download the MP3 or whatever. But don't stream it because he's getting money. And I really feel like R. Kelly would have made money last night, and that's unfortunate.
Honestly, yeah, it's a definitely thumbs down for the fucking culture and the everything.
Did either of you guys see anyone talk about that or have any thoughts on whether they should or shouldn't have done it?
Yeah, they just shouldn't have done it. Full stop, really.
Yeah.
It's just what you said. Like, his stream numbers just gonna go up, and that's it. Like, They just, I don't think they probably wouldn't have even thought about it, to be fair. But it's like you should really think about it.
Yeah, no, I bet they thought about it. I think it was calculated. I don't think anybody's
Oh.
doing anything to. My guess would be nobody in 2021 is doing something to do with R. Kelly and then not thinking about the like impact of what that means, particularly on a platform. Steve Harvey also, which I don't really buy into this, but I think he said there was 78 million people watching. I'm like, unless he said 7 to 8.
He was joking.
He was joking, right? Okay. Because there was only a couple 100,000 on
It's impossible.
Instagram when I saw it.
He said billion at some point. He's like, there's no billion people. I was like,
Oh, okay. So then he started. Okay, I heard it from a distance, so maybe he was just messing around then. Okay.
Yeah, I think he was playing. Yeah.
Okay. Good. But it was overall, it was quite enjoyable. I kind of forgot that it was happening. Not gonna front.
Same.
And I was like, I
It
saw
was,
it.
it was just there
Yeah.
in the background. I was like, wait, is this like on the replay or was it?
Yeah,
still,
like right now.
happening?
Like, what the
Like,
fuck?
I was so confused. But like, yeah, it was good though. Like
Did y'all watch it on Triller or on Instagram?
on Instagram, I couldn't get on Triller. It just wasn't
By
letting.
G, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I went on Triller, but I already had an account from last time, so maybe
Okay.
it was too. Maybe they couldn't handle because this would have been for the aunties. This would have been like a straight auntie situation. Everyone, people who conceived their children, our age to their music and stuff. So, it's cool to give something a little special, just like we were saying last time that, Ghost and Ray for us was just like a genuinely special thing because there were people that we grew up listening to. Not that we made children to Cuban Links or
We
anything,
definitely
but
did not.
we definitely...
No knuckle children, no real children.
None of them. But,
None of them.
we're getting schooled, people who don't know, even if they're just watching with their parents or family or whatever, and getting schooled, or we were just watching it anyway, kind of for this, but I think I would have watched it regardless of any podcast stuff. But, Tiff saying that. I heard people say they couldn't get on Triller. Interesting.
If you go on the Triller website, it just brought me to a blank Triller page, just with like.
So they crashed it.
Yeah, must have.
Good on them. Fuck. I must have got on early or something then, because I had zero problems. It was perfect stream. I got on straight away.
I was just wondering why it wasn't. There was no way for me to create an account, log in. Like it literally just said Triller. And
What
then-
I think you should probably do is make an account now for the
Oh,
Red
yeah,
Man
that
and
makes
Method
sense.
Man one.
That makes sense.
Y'all
Oh,
both should,
that's
just in
right.
case. Because that,
Yo, 420, what up?
I know this is your time to shine, no. So I think you need to make the account
I'm
now.
going to
Get
have
it
to take
prepared.
detailed notes, and I might have to record it because I might be a little foggy, you feel me?
I feels you, bro. I feel like you're gonna be. There's gonna be you talk.
man.
What day of the week is 420?
Speaking of
Go.
foggy, I need to get a lighter
Let's have a look.
Go grab one.
Yeah,
We'll keep it running.
behind the
Let's have a
screen.
look.
Nah,
3
you're right,
seconds,
mate.
cunt.
No, you're right. April 20th.
Tuesday.
Tuesday, right after the podcast. That's so annoying.
Yeah, that's terrible.
But okay, that's my drinking day. That means I can enjoy it, if you know what
That's
I'm
not
saying.
too bad. Yeah, true.
So that one should be good. So that's the next one. But overall, I think it was good. I feel like people bangs with it. They did really well putting it on. The sound quality is perfection
It was
now.
great. It was like
They've
really,
nailed it,
It was
eh?
like a live, just literally watching a live performance on YouTube.
Yes, it
Like
was.
it was literally just like that. It was great.
I feel like they finally figured it out. It's become a beast unto itself. It
Mhm.
was this little, just, hey, let's just go live together thing. And then now it's become like a big business.
Proper
So
team.
I feel like, we're onto some good stuff. So next is April 20th for Red Man and Method Man. And then I think it's May 4th or May 8th. May 8th, which is SWV versus Escape, that we were talking about last week on the collab podcast. I can't remember if I think we talked about it this side, not their side. If y'all didn't check that out, by the way, May 8th?
May 8th.
May 8th.
Check
So,
her out.
Go check it out. Their side was super fun as well because we did like a breakdown of a couple songs, 3 songs. It's just a few, not a couple. By the way, did you guys know the Canadians typically aren't taught the difference between a couple and a few and several? Like it all means the same thing.
Get fucked.
So I taught Tiff that a couple means 2 because a couple,
Yes.
people
Two
are together
people,
as
yeah.
partners. It's a couple.
So
And she's like, yo. And a few is generally 3 to 5 and several is 5 or more and whatever because it's something that we talk about in Australia. And I've told multiple
That's fair.
people here and it blew their fucking minds. And I just thought it was very funny that people the school
that makes
system.
sense why I got confused answers when had a few beers and like that could mean 3 to 5 to 6,
That is
and I think
an answer. But I'm saying people think a couple means 3 to 5 or whatever.
I see.
That's the confusion.
a couple of the few should be pretty straightforward.
But I'm saying here
But
they don't get taught
North
that
Americans, they do.
yeah,
They
I feel
do
like
that.
that's problematic right there. But anyway, it's funny. So that's basically it for verses. That shit was cool.
Mm.
What do we feel like? Was there any other topics? Some more topics. Sorry, guys.
I have one that I actually forgot to put in the note.
That's okay. Real quick. Sorry to
you
stop.
go.
Tiffany just said I used to use a couple for anything. So that's really what it was. I think, and it was just from a lack of like.
North Americans.
Yeah. Am I right?
Yeah, right.
Love you.
No
You're
one
right.
is slang
You're going
team.
all right.
Right.
You're
All
going
right.
all
Dan, you're up. Run that.
So there was this interview with a British rapper, some drill rapper.
Okay.
And he kind of went off the radar for a bit. Like, he became big, made a really big song, and then just, like, stopped making music for a while.
Okay.
And he had an interview recently, and he said that he signed a record deal the day after he actually blew, but he didn't read into it. So I just wanted to know you guys' thoughts on this. So he basically got a record deal, but he only found out a few months ago that it was 24 albums. 24 albums, and he only gets paid $60K
For the whole thing.
for the whole thing.
And he has to deliver 24 albums.
Yeah, and he didn't read into it, well, at the time.
And is he trying to...
I think he's out of it somehow. I don't know how, or like
They probably would have made him pay to get out. He's probably like,
Yeah.
like, what's the point?
he's probably got the money to do it. But yeah, like, I just wanted to know your thoughts on that because
It's sad.
it's a bit dumb. Like he said, he even admitted himself it was a dumb movement to be like to just not read it and just do it because he said he came from the road, he was trapping, he wanted legit money, and then he just saw the first record label, or the first record deal, and he's just like, yeah,
Just
fuck it, I'll
took
sign
that.
it. And he said, what's worse is he said it's him and his boy. Can he split it 50-50? So 30K for 24 albums.
So,
Terrible.
okay, that's first of all in a super unfortunate situation, and that shows the
Mhm.
predatory situation of labels for sure. The strange part about it is typically labels do not want to commit to someone for 24 albums. That in and of itself is ludicrous. It's usually at best one project, or they start with a couple singles, or if you've already got a buzz, they'll get you for an album. Something like that. And I think because labels, if you look, they're signing whoever goes viral now. They don't give a fuck. Like the quality of the actual musicians.
Yeah.
Oh, Russ talks about it too.
So
oh, his name is
that's
Russ.
his name. So
Oh.
funny thing with this guy though, because he's a bit wild. He's kind of like not like 6ix9ine, but he will do fuck shit. Like if a rapper disses him, he'll find out really bad stuff about the rapper and disses like dead relatives and shit like that.
Okay.
So he's not really a nice guy, but like he did that, and then people were atting Russ, the other Russ, saying why are you doing this and all that, and then Russ had to actually tweet saying, "Yo, that's not me. It's a different person."
It's another guy, which is pretty annoying. That it's a name, but still it's
Yeah.
kind of pretty strange they've done that.
It's
But
pretty weird.
so if it's all legit and he isn't bullshitting, that's it just doesn't seem. It's like why would someone? When was this, by the way?
This interview came out, I think yesterday.
Like mad. Okay, and when did he sign the deal?
He
Like
said
in the last few months?
no. He signed a deal probably a couple of years ago.
Okay. So even a couple of years ago, I'm just thinking for context, labels still weren't doing that. They weren't really signing people for multi-album deals like they did back in the day. Even a 24-album deal fucking 20 years ago, 30 years ago is obscene. Because you don't know, like, who the hell gets to drop 24 albums? No one...
That's ridiculous.
There's, like, Earth, Wind & Fire, or, like, no, she was saying 28 platinum records from Isley Brothers. Cool. But it's a different time. People don't do that. So it almost feels like the label was trolling him or something and got him... And maybe let's see if he'll fucking sign this thing. And then if he didn't read it, it's like, deal? Fuck yeah, let's go. Like, obviously that's pretty dumb on his part to even sign a deal without having a lawyer look over it. Because I imagine a cursory glance by a somewhat educated legal individual would have found the issues with this. So that's fucking strange, man.
It's very strange. Yeah, he's dumb anyway. He's a dumb guy, but
Yeah.
it's pretty poor from him not to even read it.
Very poor, and I guess if he had to pay to get out of it, then fuck, man.
I know, right?
I mean, look, you think that's like, there's no other way to look at it. It's like really slave labor. 24 albums. You think how long it takes to put together an album that's good? Like, you could probably, if he had to stay with it, you could scam your way around it by doing what people do, compilations, Lucy's, like that Drake one. What was it called? With the Lucy one.
Is it? Oh, I know.
Starts with T. Dark. No. Something Dark?
Dark Lane demo tapes.
That one.
But no, it isn't. That's not the one where it had all the old songs. That's an actual tape of
Of
new
like
songs.
B-sides, so stuff that didn't make it. So he's like throwing
Oh,
it out.
okay, yeah,
would
that's
count.
that's Darkling.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you put together a greatest hits or something like that. Then you do a deluxe of each one. So maybe a deluxe album would count as another one. So if you do a deluxe of everything, that cuts it in half. Like you could probably scam your way through it. That's what labels back in the day used to always pop out greatest hits albums and things like that. So like there probably would be, but at the same token, like that's a lot. It's pretty obscene, and I hope that's a minority situation that doesn't continue to happen, because I don't know, man. It's hard enough as it is doing music and getting to the point where you're even in conversations with labels and stuff, let alone getting fucked by them. It's whack. Do you have any thoughts on that, Nosh?
That's some bullshit.
Word.
Pretty much. You know
For
what I mean?
real? I feel you. So that's fucked. So I don't know. Do we say good luck to him, or do we go like shit?
I don't know.
Don't know how we feel.
I just totally. He makes shit music, but
Usually a wish cuts well, but you know, fuck.
Yeah,
let's
wish him well. Let's wish him
wish
well.
him well. There you go.
Don't do it again, Russ.
Usually wish well.
Shouts to the other Russ too.
Yeah, big shouts.
Who else got some next shit? What else we got? Baby D, Baby
Lil
Dan,
Wayne
Bill.
and Young Thug in the studio doing some things.
Okay.
So they had some beefos in the past, and apparently they're in the studio on the weekend, so that's fun. Rihanna was spotted at the Stop Asian Hate protest in New York. She was marching with a sign, and she was low-key as fuck, which is amazing. Everyone obviously loves a bit of Riri, and she was just holding it down with the people dem, so that was cool.
I saw a video on that today, and I thought it was something else, and it had an Asian guy ask her for her Instagram, and she thought he was joking.
There was two videos.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
there's
right.
two.
That's the second
There's
one.
two.
I saw too. Yeah.
Was that one fake? Was it
And he's
fake?
like, hey,
No, go for real.
Yes, it looked for real because he just like seemed dumbfounded. He's like, "Oh, that's you for real?" He's
Like, yeah, she was
he's
like proper
he
low key.
He wasn't following her, and his phone, like, you know.
Why did he
follow?
ask her? What was the conversation that led to him? It didn't show that.
It just cuts in right in when he's like,
Oh, do you know what it was? He bet he saw other people creaming over her, and he was like, "Hey, so who are you? What's your Instagram so I can check your shit?" And she's probably just like, "Bitch, I'm like, are you for real right now?"
I thought she lived in London.
Yeah, I thought she did live in London.
I don't know. Pretty weird.
I guess she's out here. She probably owns like 2 planes, dude. She's probably
true.
Yeah, she probably is. She needs to work a bit smarter.
Smart.
Okay, sorry, Nosh, I cut you off there. I just wanted to mention that because I thought that was trippy.
Oh, that's pretty much it, buddy. We already talked about Ronald Isley with Andre in the studio. Also funny lols news. Flavor Flav and Boosie. Always getting some lookalike comparison memes, and like people are just they're going back and forth. So it's kind of funny.
I saw it was because someone thought
Rough Riders.
Yes, we did.
Sorry,
I think it was because somebody thought that they saw Boosie at an airport and they thought he was Flavor Flav, and then he got vexed about it.
Oh, because he had the same red sunglasses on that Flavor Flav kind of signature wears.
Yeah, and I can see if you don't know who's who and you just get, hey, black guy, red glasses, you're Flavor Flav. Like, some mans don't know this shit. I'm not standing up for it, but I can see how it happened. Pause.
Yeah, other than that, I guess it's kind of music related. Plug-in Alliance and Universal Audio have had some great sales on plugins in the last couple of weeks and over Easter break. So
speak on
if you're an audio engineer or a producer, get into Plug-in Alliance or Universal Audio. They got fucking all the good shit. I grabbed a couple bangers in the last few sales I've had. So fuck. Just
Love
get
it.
in, get some.
Get that.
Step your game up and get some new toys.
That's the plug there from Uncle Nosh. All right, you listen to him when he speaks.
When he speaks, you listen.
All right.
They released the Space Jam 2 trailer.
Oh yeah, with LeBron.
With LeBron. Seems
Did you
alright.
watch it?
Oh, I saw that.
Seemed quite good.
Yeah.
I'm quite pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
They didn't fuck it up. Yo,
wild.
it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a feeling like I don't know. LeBron is
I'm gonna
like
watch it just
he would
because
do
of that.
well. I want to see this because of nostalgia for sure.
I might even go to the theater to see it. Might even go to the movies to see it because it looks like a thing.
I don't know if you can just go to the movies. Can you? Like, what's the movie situation? I imagine they're being closed for a year.
Yeah, they're probably going to be closed forever. But I might just maybe get a sheet and put it on the wall and rent a
There you
projector.
go. A little projector,
That'd
do
be
it
good.
up. That could be pretty. Whoa,
Yeah.
this is
Might
fucking
just
pretty
do
well.
an in-house theatre on the wall, damn, because I've got enough room on the wall, but I don't have a TV that is even close to
Right.
sheet size.
I feel that.
So
You
that
could
might be
do.
the way to go for that one. You know?
That would be a move. Yo, this looks pretty fucking epic. This likes to do like you would need to hear it like proper. Wow, it's like a whole other level than the last shit.
Yeah.
Oh, is it bad guy?
And
Of
all
course
of
it's a
these
bad guy.
people are actual people from NBA.
All the
Just-
people
just
doing
based
the moves
off-
and stuff.
Like, no,
They
their
got
face
these
as
little-
well. Their face
the
as
faces
well.
are-
Yeah.
Okay,
So people from
They
NBA
just
and
made them
WNBA.
grotesque.
right.
Part of the Monsters team.
Yeah, yeah.
Was the Monstars? Is that what they call it again? Still.
Monstars, yeah.
Remember that hit 'em high, hit 'em high.
Well, that's what
hit
it
'em
was
high.
called, but
Yeah,
like, is
no.
that what it is called still? They changed the name.
I don't know.
Rebrand them.
That's a good question.
Damian Lillard.
Oh, the grandma. Okay, okay,
His
granny on
grandma.
a walking stick. All right, fine.
Yeah.
I see you out there. Oh, Ryan Coogler did it. Okay, what? He did Black Panther and shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a G. Labreezy.
You're a G.
All right. I am. I go pretty hard, no. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, you know,
That looks fun. I like it. I can't think of anything else that really went down this week that was super wild.
Nothing this week. I got
Um,
told last week. I completely forgot to bring it up. Remember the main character from Malcolm in the Middle?
Yes.
I don't know if I mentioned it. Apparently, the actor has amnesia.
Really?
Apparently, he has
Truth.
full on amnesia.
and that's
Like,
young though.
Yeah, he must be like
Do you get knocked in the
at
head?
most my age.
let me have a look. Because I remember someone told me like last week or maybe a
That's
couple
pretty
weeks
fun.
back.
That's sad, man.
Like it's crazy. Like apparently he has full on. I don't even know what the actor.
he must be like the main. Yeah, the top guy. Jay. Oh, Jay. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Frankie Muniz?
Frankie Muniz. Yeah, that's the main guy.
Yeah, this guy. So
He's got
apparently-
that shit. That's
Apparently.
fucked up. Amnesia is an interesting thing to have.
I didn't think
Just
it was real. I didn't think amnesia.
Oh,
was
severe
real.
memory
That's
loss.
a young
Yeah.
one.
Oh, okay. This was a couple
Oh, so
years
this is
ago.
ages ago. Oh, okay. So I must have just been told about
He
it.
doesn't remember much of his time. That's fucked.
Yeah, that's what my friend was telling me. So yeah, apparently he just doesn't remember being on Malcolm in the Middle, basically.
That sucks. It's probably the most formative part of your life, and it's the reason why you get to do
Wow.
what you're doing, and you don't remember shit. Like, I got a bad enough memory, but imagine, like, actually... Did they say how or why? Did he have, like, an accident or...
suffer from
9 concussions.
Shit. He had a mini
Ugh.
stroke.
See? Soccer.
Yeah.
Oh, a mini
Soccer.
stroke? Oh, a mini stroke.
Yo,
Soccer's killing mans, bro.
It's
I think
really bad for
mountain biking
concussions.
is safer than soccer, isn't it? Flipping hell.
It's really bad for concussions. They had to implement a new rule into like the actual Premier League now, where you have to get immediately taken off if you have concussion. But before it wasn't like that.
Is that because of CTE? Probably.
What's CT?
CTE is the thing that NFL players get that, like, erodes your brain, like that Aaron Hernandez
I
dude.
think it is. I think
Yeah.
it is. I think
It's pretty
it is.
bad. Like,
Because
it's
of constant hits.
chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Encephalopathy.
Yeah.
So basically, it fucks up your brain. There was that what's the bitch called? The fucking Aaron Hernandez, who was an NFL player, and there was a Netflix doco, like a 3-parter or some bullshit, and he had it really, really bad, and he killed his friend or his brother-in-law or something like that, and then he got caught, and now he's in jail forever. Then he killed himself. So it's like, and they checked it afterwards, and they knew, and they just kept playing him, even though he had it. So it's like a lot of these like high impact sport athletes and stuff, like it's super dangerous, man. Shit is wild.
Fucking hell.
Craig is saying what happened to trigger that shit as some evidence of trauma, but I don't know. I guess if that's what they're saying, I mean, I imagine if he had, they did say had 9 concussions and 2 strokes. I mean, I guess that could do it to you.
Yeah, that would make sense.
That is the trauma. The concussions are the trauma to the head, like physical. You say concussion with Will Smith. What do you mean by that? Did Will Smith have concussions? I guess he's been pretty all over the place.
Concussion, a film with Will Smith?
Oh. Okay. That's pretty what he's talking about. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, NFL and stuff. Yeah, fuck that, man. I'm lucky. I'm happy to be a pussy ass that doesn't really want to be. I remember playing footy for the school football team in year 8, and I played 1 game. And I remember I got the ball, and then all like 3 cunts start running at me, like fuck, and just like kicked it away, like
Just like throw the ball.
yeah, and like and just like or handball it, or just like kick it and just hope. And I was like, yeah, it's not for me. I can't do this shit. Basketball is different because they can't touch you.
Broken nose story back in the day.
Yeah, we talked about that on the show.
Early
Actually.
episode, yeah.
Yeah.
See, football ain't fun, mate. Get
Football
Gertrude
is
on top.
the best sport in the world, but yeah. Go on.
No, we're talking Aussie rules, isn't it?
Yeah, real football. Real football.
Yeah, the second real one.
Yeah, real
so
football.
there's actual football.
Like actual feetball.
Like-
Football.
There's actual football, which some people call soccer, and then there's Aussie rules, which I respect is actually football, and then there's American football, which is
handball.
football, which is rugby, basically.
Basically
Basically rugby.
Yeah, Craig, the movie. Yeah.
Flip it out.
Yeah, shouts to sport. I'm just saying I'm a pussy ass. I'm not even like hating on. I'm not saying don't play it at all. I'm just saying I'm a pussy and I'm happy that I'm a pussy because I have my brain mostly
Intact.
together. Mostly.
I have my
Mostly.
brain. That
Mostly.
should be all you need to say.
That's all you need to say. So we're already at 45 minutes. We've been yapping. Okay.
Yapping.
Do you want to do? We got the lyrical breakdown. What do you reckon? And the music. So, where do you guys want to start? The lyrical breakdown was going to be like we won't make it too crazy. It's a very long thing because it's a complete opposite to the one we did 2 weeks ago with Dan's choice. This one was my choice. I actually had another choice, but I couldn't find the lyrics for it because it's brand new. But
We can do another time. We can always save it.
yeah, we can do that one for then. But do you guys want to do which one do you want to do first? What do you reckon, or the lyrical breakdown?
We can do.
What do you feel?
Reckon if you
What do you
want.
reckon? Let's
And
do what
then
do you
we
reckon?
can do the music into the music. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
like your idea.
Mm.
And then, what do you reckon? We need like a little thing that you bring up on the screen, and it's just got all of us feeling like a Looney Tunes. Yeah, like that, or like the Looney Tunes, like at the end where we come out of a circle. Pause.
We should have like 3 like animated versions of us like dancing across the screen.
Oh,
like,
that's good. Yeah,
That'll be amazing.
that'd be really good. I just don't know why you just said the pause reminded me. I had a really weird dream the other night that the whole thing was weird. I mean, I have fucked up dreams all the time. I'm sure we all do. But I was holding
I don't
like
dream.
a baby, like an actual like 1 month old infant,
Okay.
like, and it was my child. It didn't look like me or Tiff, but it was my child. And
Was it Q-Tuz?
yeah, I think so. It was kind of cute, but like the little squishy baby face thing. But it could talk. It could talk like a full grown human.
Full
And
regular.
the
like
I was
Stewie,
like
Stewie.
Yeah, basically, exactly. And I was carrying it like facing that way, and my hand under its bum there, right, to hold up. But it didn't have on a nappy or anything, like a diaper. And I accidentally like grazed its balls or whatever. And I was like, pause to my own kid. And I just thought it was really funny because I paused, touched, because I guess you probably lift your baby's. I don't know, but I imagine you have to lift the cock to wipe its ass or something.
shit.
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
So.
That's why they fuck with kids, bro. This is my
Maybe
own
it's like
shit.
To the side.
Yeah, but
Move
like,
to the side or up and away. Like, what do you do?
yeah, if there's anyone
Us
with
and dads.
kids here, I wonder what happens. Like, do you actually like engage with the parts to move them to
What
do
do you
the
do?
thing?
Especially if it's like hanging low and lazy.
Oh,
Like,
God.
do you
Yeah,
spread it or do you
like,
move to one side?
What do you do? Because you get to like spread the leg. All right, bitch, spread that shit. Let me wipe your like butt because it's all covered in liquid poo. And I'm like,
This is
You
Down
know
good.
what I'm
and away.
saying?
Down and away.
I understand.
yeah, no. Always to the
What are
back.
we- what are we
Front to
doing,
back,
boys?
ladies and gentlemen. Not as big a deal for boys, but it's a large deal for the Sheilas, you know. So,
It's true.
if anyone knows,
As
I
if you
like,
would do. Okay, legit,
I imagine you know,
like as a
what?
dude,
Like
as if
wiping
you
the
go,
wrong way.
Like, the front, what if you like scoop some shit
Back
out
to
your
front?
balls?
Ew!
You're such a disaster fan. What are you talking about?
Really?
Everybody does fucking back to front. What are you
But no,
talking
I'm
about?
saying cunt, when you if you're wiping someone else's ass, you probably need to think about it
just
more.
Down and away, just down and
Right.
away, left or right, just down and away.
But what if they're facing the other way? I don't know if that happens. I've never done it. I don't know.
Do it. You wouldn't do it with them facing down.
I don't know.
Gravity, bro.
Maybe, but what if
Come on,
like
mate.
what if it's on its stomach and you're like, oh, its ass is full of shit. Fuck, what do you
No,
do?
well, you flip
Like,
the
I don't know.
cut over. You wouldn't-
Dude, I haven't done it before. I'm new to the game.
I've never done it. I've never done it either. I'm just saying, gravity is a
Yeah,
cunt, so
it
work
is.
with it.
Have you wiped a baby's
Oh,
ass?
dude.
Never.
Like, I don't think anybody here has wiped a baby's ass. Ain't nobody saying shit, so I imagine.
Podcast has reached a particular peak. I don't think we would reach.
No, we talking
Yeah.
about wiping
Oh,
babies'
mate,
bums.
this is-
You know.
This is a good.
It's a good pause. Pausing on your own kid, though. I'm
That's
going to
good,
teach.
that's a good pause.
It's a good pause. It's a good pause.
We should ask our buddy Scott what we should get.
Oh, yeah, I'll ask him about that.
Parental guest.
Yeah, but he's got a girl, so there's nothing to move out the way.
Just saying.
Yeah, he wouldn't know about wiping the
way.
babies.
That's when down and away comes into
That's
play.
true. And what do you like?
You know?
Like anyway, I don't know. I have so many questions. Once I become a
You
parent,
wouldn't wipe any baby.
Not even just
when
the
they're
wiping.
laying front down.
that's if I don't know, but like they wriggle, don't they? Don't they fucking be like, you gotta like come here, you can't
I
like.
guess you hold
wipe
it
it
up
up.
for a second. Be like, "Hey, go on, mate."
I don't
They'll
know.
understand.
I didn't really like.
Hey, fucking take me.
Yeah, probably. I just feel like I have like less than zero experience, so I don't know what I'm picturing yet.
Oh,
I'm like,
absolutely.
what would I even do? I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
You just talk to it like a fucking regular cunt, and they'll get it.
It's
Like,
crazy.
hey, mate, just fucking settle down.
Crazy, like one word,
Wow.
vasectomy. Wow,
That's
wow.
a great comment.
Just chop it, mate. Get the chop, get the old
Just
chopping.
fucking cut the tubes, can't just fucking sauce them off, mate.
Mate, get rid of it. All right, fuck.
Sizzle.
What do you reckon? Who's got a question?
I have a question.
All right, run now.
Straight for me. What
Bradley
a
just took this on a turn. My
All
gosh.
I'm sorry,
fucking
mate.
hell.
I've had a few beers. Just
No.
bugger off. Would
It
you?
was my
It's
fault.
like bad. It's bad habits.
Bugger off.
That's
That's
what
what-
we do.
I haven't heard
Sorry,
someone say that
sorry,
in
Dan.
ages.
What's
Sorry,
that?
baby Dan.
Bugger off.
Bugger off.
I haven't heard that
Yeah.
in probably a year.
Yeah.
Probably no since I moved here, actually.
Yes, keeping it thorough for everybody. Thank you.
All right, Daniel. Baby D.
my,
Oh, nation.
my question is very simple. Well, it's
Okay.
actually not simple, I guess, but it's... I'll just get to it. Who is your favourite current artist and why?
Favorite artist right now?
Yeah, and why? Any genre. Just any... Actually, no, fuck that. No. Sorry, that was my original question. My question actually is, who's your favourite UK rapper and why?
Stormzy, because he's the GOAT.
Okay.
By far. No one raps like him. No one's as good as him at all. Nobody. Everyone's annoying like him. Like, no shade, but Skepta, Jet, all those dudes, like they can't touch Stormzy. None of them. Like, their bars aren't as good. The flows aren't as good. Not even close.
Has that the reach internationally?
Yep. Everything.
I agree.
Beat
Production's
selection.
out of control.
Yep.
Next level. It's a Drake of the UK.
Yep.
Mm-mm-mm.
Not even. Who's yours, Hedy?
Right now, yeah, probably Heady. It probably
Better
actually
not
is Heady.
be. Flip
Probably
Pimnell.
probably is Heady. Right now, there hasn't really been much releases in the UK that's
Truth,
really
innit?
significant, but mine's definitely, I'd say Heady right now.
How you feel
Right
about
now, anyway, because Stormzy doesn't release. Well, it could be Gets.
that?
Actually.
I was like, what's Tiff doing? She's like, he's doing storm emojis.
Storms.
Oh,
I was like, why is she doing lightning? Okay, cool. I was like, yeah, look at that. I love it. Good one. That was
Stormzy.
creative. That was creative. That was creative. Creative. Well done, babe. Well done. What was I gonna say? I lost it. Maybe I was gonna say, Nosh, what's your favorite Heady One song?
oh yeah.
Oh shit! Where do I flip and start, mate? Like, I mean,
You don't have to answer.
there is no answer actually.
Because they're all
You
different.
like them all, right?
There is no answer. You're the ballet dancer. No.
I bet that was one of his bars.
That's probably one of his
No, I
greatest
think it
songs.
was
It's amazing.
It's something like that. It's so trash. Anyway, no.
It's so
no,
good.
no,
That's a good one.
Nothing.
Okay, I respect it. Do we have another question? I didn't have one this week. I forgot.
I did have one.
Yeah, run it.
I fucking try to be prepared for this because occasionally. Anyway, what do you prefer, listening or watching a podcast? I mean, if it has a video form, would you?
I feel like it's circumstantial. Like you and I were talking about this the other day. Like the only one we watch.
That's exactly why I wrote it down.
Okay, good. We watch what Tiff always puts on Joe Budden on the video, just in the background while we're working. But that's basically the only podcast, except for a couple of Joe Rogan clips or something like that. Or there's one called H3H3 on YouTube.
They're good.
You know them cunts? Yeah, they're like all YouTube drama stuff, like just all like YouTube gossip with them stuff is funny. That she watches, we don't listen to that in audio. I feel like that's too far. If you take the gossip and you listen to that in audio, you're fucked. But I don't have the time to do as much of that. So if I'm like doing something else, if I go for a walk by myself, or I have to go do something, I always listen to a podcast and then I'll listen to the audio then. But usually the video is just during the day. But that's why we did this from the beginning, because I wanted people to have a choice. Some people just like watching a podcast and they just have it on. That's how they like to listen. some people prefer the audio. So that's why I made sure from the beginning, that's why the live was the perfect solution when we're not in the same place to film this stuff, and there's no editing, obviously. But we're able to provide a visual portion for this whilst also recording the audio separately. Most people knew that, but we have a little, like, I don't lift it up because it'll make a noise, but I got a microphone there. Notion's talking into that mic. We combine the files and he mixes them up and makes it sound like we're basically sitting in the same room. And so the audio's tight, and then this is good, so it kind of hits all marks. I just feel like as a podcaster in this day and age, when people are pretty savvy, they like what they like, and you can go do your best to give people multiple ways to consume your content.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about
And
what
do
about
you
you?
think
Boys?
like people watch the Joe Budden podcast, for example, because there's 3 people, you know, there's a visual, like there's a lot going on rather than just 2 cunts like having a chat. Like there's 3 bands, and occasionally like there's a dog in there, and then Parks is across the way. He pops his head in. Is it because there's 3-4 people, or is it because you love those individuals? Like, because I watch that. I watch Joe. I watch a bit of Joe Rogan.
Okay.
They
took down the full ones, didn't they? Now though, they stopped doing all full podcasts on YouTube because of the Spotify deal. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then Drink Champs is the other one that I would watch because I want to see, because like, you know, I watched the one with Cameron the other day, which was fucking legit. Yeah, that's definitely a good watch. You can skip through some bits, but like I really respect Cam, like I always have. But like it's good, it's a great interview. So yeah, they're the kind of ones I want to see. But like the podcast that I would want to listen to, just audio, would be like, I don't know, if I listen to like a business tape or a self-help kind of tape or a motivational tape while I'm driving, or if I'm, you know, commuting or whatever the fuck, like those ones you don't need a visual for. So like, I guess like, yeah, okay, the more celebrity, the more fun.
Or if it's maybe like an interview situation where you see people talking and engaging and you want to see what their body language is.
That's also important too, because you can really gauge the vibes of the conversation in between the 2 people respectively and the whole thing because of the body language. That's actually really important. Yeah, to see that.
Okay, I like that. That's a good answer. What about you, Dan?
Mine's always going to be video.
Always?
Always, yeah. I think I prefer it much more. But the only podcast I really watch is one called Chucky Online, and he's just a London-based guy, and he's really relatable podcast, and he has guests on which I can also really relate to as well. And they speak about a lot of experiences which I would have experienced as well. A lot of young stuff, a lot of people, like, and they also have a lot of like old man things, like, you know, like they have like financial advisors on speaking about actual like, is it possible to get rich off 9 to 5, like random shit like that.
Gotcha.
But like, yeah, I'd always prefer, especially like the one-to-one interviews and shit. Always prefer video. And I also watch like another football podcast called Filthy Fellas, and basically all they do is just debate random football topics.
Gotcha.
But it's hilarious and even more fun.
It's a great name.
Watch it, yes.
Filthy Fellas.
Yeah, and you
love it.
If you watch it, it's just funnier as opposed to just listening.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Reactions.
I feel like sometimes with Drink Champs is probably a good one to watch. Like Noriega is such a frustrating host. Like I feel like sometimes he just is on the money, and then like 80% of the time he's probably just rambling drunk and diverts the conversation and takes it away, and it's only if the guest is like, no, I want to come back and talk about this. Like Pharrell did that, Busta Rhymes did that, and made sure they didn't just let him guide them off, like they coming onto something good, about to say some really good, like poignant shit. Then he'll interrupt with another question and take them off that tangent, and only sometimes they bring back, and I find it like a tough listen. I hate that it's got the crowd in the background because it takes away. Like they'll be screaming Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, sometimes that's mad.
Wait, they have a crowd in the background.
They're not full crowd, which obviously during COVID, but COVID doesn't exist in Florida, obviously.
That's mad.
As
They
well.
have the whole like, you know, immediate squad there. There's like, you know, 10, 20 mans there. They're all like shouting and like stomping on the floor. Someone's going to air horn.
Yeah.
It's a bit rowdy.
And Busta was telling him to shut up. Like he was getting a little aggressive too, and it was just a little. I don't know. I don't enjoy that. And then they probably have like, you know, 15 shots during this fucking show. So by the end, he can. I don't watch it to see, but like he can barely talk, and you can picture him doing that, like
Sometimes he's trash.
the head nod and can barely open his eyes and like slurring crazy. And EFN's great. The co-host is really dope because he keeps it on. He asks some great questions too. I really appreciate him, but I wish Noriega would just. I mean, I guess that's part of the appeal is that he's kind of wild and like duh, but like. When you got these legends on, there's so many fire questions. Sometimes he just nails it. He asks amazing questions and lets them finish, but he keeps interrupting them and stuff. And it's like, yeah, it's a
I noticed like Nori like is kind of loyal to a few like people, and he's like whenever people like take shots at them, he'll deflect it immediately. Like whenever there's talks about certain people that he's like super down with or tied to financially, he'll just like deflect that kind of like conversation and stuff like that. There's certain topics that he totally just like derails. Well, not you mean he's very loyal to the brands that he's getting paid by and like gets his bread with. So yeah,
I never noticed
that. He gets. I also think like there's a couple of episodes where I mean obviously we're not seeing what's happening behind the scenes, but he has like only a couple drinks and says that he's fucking hammered. Unless he's getting smushed all day, like he might be playing the role of like getting too smashed and like, and then to ask a host the ballsy question, or maybe acting drunk enough and they might be lit enough to answer that fucking crazy question. Because I noticed that Cameron didn't drink or smoke, and you know how Killer Cam goes, like he's ready to go.
Yeah,
usually, and he didn't smoke or drink, and he also denied 3 or 4 offers during the show. When they were offering him all the brands that they are sponsored by, and Cam's like, "Nah, man, I'm good." Like he's politely declined, like nothing serious, but there was multiple offers, and that's how Nori kind of gets. It's kind of like Hot Ones, but with alcohol,
Yeah.
Just getting guests to get a little saucy, and then spill a little extra. They might elaborate on a story a little more, like. But Cameron, I felt like was composured and like just like on the money with declining the shit. So anyway, Nori gets out of hand and tries to wean shit out of cunts with the devil's juice.
Hey man, it works. It's how the beer podcast works. You meet people, they're a little shy sometimes and whatever. After a beer or two in, they get like loosened up a bit and they're good to go. We just don't get like trash. We just get a little like a little pissy.
Little saucy.
Yeah,
saucy. I reckon if I had as much as Notion, I would probably drink.
Well, it's
speak
like
all day.
One day, right?
I'd probably speak
like
the whole
Friday
podcast.
For me.
That makes sense.
I feel it, bro. You don't have
That's
to
good.
explain.
It's okay.
I do.
You fucking get that in your dick. I love a bit of Rorschach,
Put a
man.
dog up.
God tier.
Telekinesis.
Mate.
Very fresh.
Ooh, quality.
Yep. Okay.
So, what are we doing next? Oh, do you want to do the lyrical breakdown?
Yeah, go on.
Yes, please.
So I chose this one last time. It was kind of like in response to Dan's heady one because it's like the complete opposite. So this is essentially
Anyone's so good.
he's the GOAT,
He's amazing.
obviously.
I love
Yeah.
him.
This is like a lyric, a masterpiece or a masterclass on how to rap. This is Black Thought's Funk Flex freestyle. From I don't remember when it was. When was this?
Does not have the
It was
date on it.
December.
Oh, March 7th. Huh? Oh, 2.5 million views. I don't know, not saying when it was. Okay, like last year. No, it was last year, wasn't it? Was it the year before
December
last?
it was December 2019 or something like that. It was like the year before.
No shit.
Double check.
All right.
Sorry, it's a random.
Wait, this freestyle.
So, yeah.
2017.
How long is it? No.
It's not a different one.
10 minutes? That's the one, isn't it? 2017? No.
Just play a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
2017.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so he's just still the GOAT. So obviously this is a 10-minute
December.
fucking...
Yeah, it was December, but yeah, 2017. Wow. So I got the month right, the year was wrong. That's fucking
Still
insane.
pretty close. So...
Man, that's getting on.
Yeah, it's actually... Well, and being that it's one of the greatest things, it's just like, it's how to rap. 101. Well, not 101 at all. It's like the actual opposite of
If you
101.
look at it,
If you want to know how to fucking rap, that's how you fucking do it. So,
This is
obviously,
where
we're
you
not going to read through all 10 minutes of the bars. What do you think the best way to go about it, Nosh, is to kind of just run through some of these Because you kind of got to
Just,
go
I mean,
through.
just like dive into your favorites. I mean, you can talk about the setups of some. I guess he just starts out of nowhere. There's no like, yo, I'm the man. He doesn't say his name really.
No, he just
at the
raps.
very, very start.
He always does that.
He just starts.
He was never a talker anyway.
He just went straight into it. Did it all in one take, like a flipping G.
So I don't know. I mean, you were suggesting, which isn't a bad idea. We go through some of the the ones that have had notations on them and stuff, because maybe people they were the bars that needed an explanation, which means they're deeper and tighter, or whatever the fuck, maybe. So
On the Genius page.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Genius page. Are you on the Genius page?
So yeah.
Yep. So I'm sorry for your loss. It's somebody dead in the car. It's probably one of yours. Because you got to get the flow right, or it doesn't like. You're not going to appreciate it. But basically, this is like how. This is what it's all. This is really what it's all about right here. I'm trying to think. I guess we could just. I'm just trying to find the actual rhyme because it's not. I think that would be the one to start for these four. Honestly, I've only heard this like 2 or 3 times, but I don't remember the lines. Like, do you have faves, Nosh? I'm just like, I could just read random stuff out and I know it's going to be fire. But do you have like any specific, like, oh shit, this is my like section right here. This like 12 bars is like the one. Because that might be a good way to start.
It comes up, yeah. There's definitely like, the highlighted parts are in it, that are in it. What you're looking at is essentially the highlight parts. Like, that's the things we should talk about at least.
Okay.
There's 8 to 12 bar sections throughout it. So yeah.
Okay. So like, just I don't know. We'll just read out some of the lyrics then, I guess, and just like hope like basically the difference between this and the heady one stuff. With the heady, we'll talk about having the breaks and the pauses. Like Tariq doesn't really do that. He kind of just it goes straight the whole time, and he does. I think I do it because of him. I always try to do like the very minimum, like 4 bars with the same rhyme scheme in every verse. Sometimes I just do all 16. Sometimes I'll do like 8/8 or something like that, because that's a skill in it. It's so fucking sick if you nail that. Like, it's the coolest shit. I feel like he doesn't do too much more than 4 at a time. There probably is a few sections actually. If there is a big section, I wouldn't mind going through that. That has a bunch where it's the same thing. But from what I'm looking at here, it's like a bunch of 4s. Like. Listen, yeah, I guess it starts for me. Like, I hate to say I told y'all, but I told y'all things fall apart when the center too weak to hold y'all. I'm just collecting what you owe to my old John. You about to get swooped down on and stole on. Fool swear they wise men know they foolish. Well, we was headed for the web. I don't know the flow. This is why I'm fucking it up.
Yeah, we was headed for the web even before computers. Never thought you'd give me a reason to do this. Cain and Abel, Jesus and Judas, Caesars and Brutus. I see the truthers in front of your eyes. I told her keep out of the hood, circumcised. How could you sleep with thought? Yeah, so that little part is
that part was fire.
Stupid.
But that's the type of shit with all that like told y'all, hold y'all, old John, stole on, blah blah blah. Like that, like 4, and you got the next 4 with the same shit. Which was the next part that was super killer. Yeah, because if you know the flow, like I don't know the flow, I just be guessing. I listened to it before the podcast. I was playing it as I was getting ready, but I can't front like I know it well enough to not fuck it up.
Yeah, something.
If this next big batch here, there's a bunch of here we go. Oh, this one looks pretty cool here. Where's it start here? Guns, fire and flare, sirens glare. I'm in a 9 chair with people who don't care, get the lion's share. When I don't give a fuck, then I ain't fair. I'm on a higher tier with people getting money like the financier. Cast the hair with them fresh chopped and bevel. Rap on a doctorate level, so F. Scott Fitzgerald. Maybe I'm the new Rakei, maybe I'm Fat Pharaoh. Undergarments of armor be my intimate apparel. Pre-Kardashian and Kanye, my rhyme play immaculate. Same cadence as DLC, pre-accident. Maybe my acumen's on par with Cool G rapping them. Give me the proper respect, motherfucker, we back again. For a couple of things we lost in the fire, the drive, the desire to perform on a higher plateau. I'm at that show, lost in the mire, wondering how we got so far from inspired. Jesus Christ. Even like like
so
if you've seen those things where they've got like the colors that show you the different ones that rhyme, like even the in the bar, like the bar, you know, like the plateau at that show, like it's like another two, what do you call that thing? Like another two, like double syllable rhyme scheme within that still kept it going from like back up here. It's fucking, it kind of is insane.
I see why you guys rate it very, very high. He just seems wavy.
But look and I bet you could break down all of these, like all of these new you know, every single one of these bars. You can explain them. Yeah, tell me a sick part, please.
Like wrote in the scroll, holding a message for you. It said the only thing for sure is taxes, death, and trouble. The anomaly swore silently, high snobbity, freakonomics, and war policy dichotomy. There's heaven and Hades, Tigris and Euphrates, the highness of the apple iris of you ladies. Anyway, as babies went from Similac for infant male to the internet and fentanyl, when all the consent was still against the will. Got that detox for y'all. The microphone, Dr. Black Deepak Chopra. Got the griot to make a peak crop. Your arm, the heavy. Anyway, I can't. Man, he's disgusting, dude.
Heavy dignitary pain, top of God.
Yeah, go.
Boy, I'm three optics far from your binoculars.
So smart for not to get the heat out your car. Young K. Lamar
meets Tupac Shakur.
Profile before.
Profile Bob who cops too hot to charge. Fuck off.
Listen, somebody set a price tag on a rapper's head. Oh, dude,
so we're gonna see a nice bag when a rapper dead. The mask black, the flag green, black and red. You probably wave a white flag after plasma shed. Fuck off, cunt.
It's disgusting. Your game with their own route. Can't explain what these lame kids are talking about. What the hell, they fit their whole foot into their own mouth. I put a couple buddies in a brown bag, then I'm on route. Sneaker shopping with my own son in size 8. Yeah, he's just stupid.
It's insane.
Prior to the release, because why wait?
What was another?
Look, in my state, I got electrified gates from the blase guys hate at a high rate. Dude, it's disgusting.
Insane. The Dodge Fate then got great. The fly straight. If we ain't family or friends and we don't vibrate. Fuck off. I'm that gun in your face.
None of you are safe. Funk out.
The right time if I catch you at the right time in the wrong place, fuck
wrong
off.
Place. Sipping liquor, whiskey or bootleg bourbon with a calm base. A Levante ressemble a vehicular threat. The Maka spray resemblance sickle of death. I ain't strenuous to come from a continuous breath, dude. I said fire to the venue, I spin you in step. Rinse, repeat. Checking for the sound of the beast. I'm a hound, I'm a creep. I get down, I'm a eat. I keep something from a late, something to a
I'm going to keep something to lay a naysayer to sleep.
Playing with heat in the body and nothing fucking with reek. Yo, there's weaknesses claiming they cutting up in the street. Brother, peace, you ain't working with nothing but the police. Listen, dude.
You ain't finna be nothing but the deceased. Listen, you an intimate with a permanent crease, a strike fear in the heart of rap figures. You bear the stigmas of time, no black privilege. Wow. It's disgusting. It's just, the whole thing is like,
yeah.
Oh, here we go. As the walls on the graph, autographed by the Lord of Wrath, I reside between the seconds on the chronograph. How much more CB4 can we afford? It's like a Sharia law on my Sharia more. Fuck off, cunt. How much hypocrisy can people possibly endure? It's, I think it's like a double thing. It comes back. It's like a
young boy, got us regular. I'm an apex predator. Brain stay fresh, feathered up, etc. Nevertheless, I got a message that left. One dead messenger. Yep, my pen is Hendrik Kissinger. Buzz Bissinger. Look. Anyway, it's disgusting.
Jesus.
Anyway, what else?
I don't think I got any other little.
Who fucking with it if it's not the best? I get my lobby paid fresh upon my request. It's
Kafka-esque.
Kafka-esque. He's holding to stop the press. Like cobalt blue reminiscent of Makaresh. Dude, it's a tongue twister as fuck. If you even read this, it's a piss. And
he did a one take.
Cunty thing.
One take, perfect.
Exactly, like pissed off.
And he wasn't reading.
And he's like,
he wasn't.
So this is one of, like, shout out to the Money Rhino. He's like, this is my favorite line from the whole thing. It's like, Lord, we got Padma lac sheet for you. Let him massage your back with black sea oil. That's like his favorite line of the whole 10 minutes because he loves Padma lac.
I follow her on Instagram. Yeah, she's an actress.
Yeah, so he's got it, and that's just huge. The foundation is firm. The flag needs soil. Me, I need royalty because I bleed royal. He's insane. What else we got? And Chris the Hall of Fame got so many missing names. I'll acknowledge in the original people. Oh wait, no, skip that. It's some more shit. What else we got? What else stand up to you though? At this point?
Yeah, this is like I'm trying to find like another big like run because when it's like the run of like same rhyme scheme, it's just like sick. We're like, and we're only a fraction of the way through. The thing just keeps fucking going.
It doesn't even stop. It's like, remember when he was on Fallon? Not too long after this came out, I think it got like 1 million views on the Hot 97 YouTube, and he was on Fallon. Obviously, he's the fucking in the band and whatever. So he had him as on the seat for a second, and then Fallon pulled out a scroll with all the lyrics, and it was like long as fucking.
For this?
Yeah, he unrolled all of his lyrics. So it was like
I think I remember
printed
that.
out on a thing, and it just like rolls across the stage. It was fucking funny as shit.
So good.
Somebody stronger than me, who that I'm all ears. Like Obama, I wish I had another 4 years. Got some jolly good Hollywood squares, like approach it. Oh yeah, so yeah.
I was actually looking at that exact part. I'm like, approach the altar with your offering. I spell rappers rotten like my only offspring. Being His Excellency
gets to be exhausting. You win the residency to the one they call
king. That's
King
it.
out of Alibaba, the talent, the Mr. Trotter. Inside of my right palm, the mark of the stigma, the Big Papa, Wig Chopper, Emperor Jaffe Jaffa, motherfucker. I'm stronger than the coffee out in Kaffa. Oh, your brother's vagina hot. You're around me of a kind of pop. I step inside a booth and I'm a bull inside a china shop. Molly whopping, yup. Watching all the cotton picking body drop. Every time we drop, y'all be acting like it's Mardi Gras. Till the body strap, skirt off like a Ferrari drop. Soul cycle purple in the earth, wind, and fire body out. Get fucked, bro.
It's disgusting. Keep going.
Disgusting.
Keep going. It keeps going. Cool upon the dock, a la marina,
cool
hard
upon the
body
deck,
yacht.
Body yacht. You seen another rapper cleaning mommy? Probably not. How it feel the best of that? How it feel to be the best that did it? I admit it. A visit for the planet. Bring these brothers death in minutes. You know that I'm exquisite, wicked. It Wilson Pitt pick it. The sickness I exhibit until legit to quit it. I don't fake it till I make it. I take it to the limit, then I break it. Never timid. Anyway, I need to sip of the beer 1 sec, mate.
No, you're right. We're best at the end of the verse anyway.
No, I'm about it. I represent it. Infinite like Chase been a billion places. Conversation about how beautiful my face is. People hated on how sophisticated my tape is. Then I pulled up on these motherfuckers in a spaceship pantomime. I'm in an element you can't combine. I'm at a level of intelligence you can't define. Einstein, Shakespeare, Voltaire, Tesla, recording art/psychology professor. I preach for the East, never fall under pressure. I beast for the East and I glide like Clyde Drexler. Yo, my name is 85 X's because I'm the rap game certified specialist. When I was reckless, I was worried about a guest list. I'm held on rappers everywhere, fulfill death wish. Yo, flex, I'm glad we made contact. My bro also know this shit for combat. Brain matter contain too much data. I tell a story like fingerprints on blood splatter. And then he just destroys the internet after that. And then Funk Flex has a baby on radio and then drops a bomb.
And then everything's over.
And then
yeah, it's just crazy. Like, I guess because it's so long, there's probably no point going into any of the actually explaining the bars and stuff. But, like, I would suggest if anyone wants to really understand, like, maybe you don't really understand what rap is or how...
You don't hear a drunk shit interpretation from me, do you?
Well, I know I was saying to go here and read it. It's good to hear you say it. But, I mean, like, you can click on it and then Council will explain what's happening, what it means on a pretty deep level that the internet has vetted and made sure it's correct. But... As you know, it's what if you haven't heard it, like I would highly recommend to go check that shit out because
do you have some bombs to drop?
No, actually, the best I got is this. I need a bunch of sounds, but that will do.
Mate.
That's still very fitting.
Yeah,
it reminds me of a UK rapper called Akala, and I'll show you one of his Fire in the Booths, and that's honestly it's very similar, and that will similarly teach you how to rap. Like it's as good as that. The rhyming within the same.
Whoa! I say that on the internet and see what happens.
No, honestly, if I show you this, you would agree. Actually, genuinely,
I'll be open to it.
I'm gonna send it to Brad, and I genuinely believe that you will agree. Okay. It is that good. I'm so certain that it is that good.
Okay,
That's so certain. So sad.
Maybe we.
And after this, I'll play it for you, and we'll get the lyrics up, and I'll show you.
We could even do it next. We could listen to it after. We could go through on the show next week. If you're gonna put
100.
that up against that,
100.
I don't think there's anything I'll put up against that.
Okay.
Right now.
That makes sense.
Okay, it's a big call.
Like,
it's a big call.
Big call, but
I'm just saying, just know what you're
The
saying.
only thing that's
Yeah.
close is probably
Yeah.
possibly the Royce the 5'9" one.
Yeah. Oh,
And
as
then
far
Royce
as,
touching that.
but they were just verses from his album though, which were also incredible. But
That's true. That's
The last
true.
one,
That
he
was
didn't
like
write
4
it just
verses
for
put
it.
together.
correct.
Very, very good point.
And but
That's what makes exactly.
yeah, but Black Thought wrote all of that just for this, which is wild. So
This is a gem.
all right, well, what are we sitting at? We're sitting at like an hour 20. Let's run through this music. God, none of us can fucking talk tonight.
so
Run.
So who wants to go first? The bunch of good stuff this week. Obviously, there's some crazy shit that just came out like yesterday to blow everyone's fucking minds.
Tell everybody about it, buddy.
I can talk about it when the time's right, but obviously, who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Go with Baby D.
I can go first.
Baby D.
Just start off with my. I'll just speak about my favorites.
No, that's what we're doing.
My
Just the
favourites.
faves. There's too much stuff to talk about. Everything.
Chantel May.
Okay.
That LP was sick. I originally thought she sounded. I don't know if I'm going crazy. I think she sounds like Beyonce.
Could do.
Am I the only one?
I did
that,
not pick that at all. I thought the mixing was hella weird, but I didn't.
Chantel May.
Yeah.
I thought she sounded
Yeah.
like Beyonce. I don't know.
That's exactly, dude. My notes are nice R&B vibes, very Beyonce. Skipped through and liked what I heard.
Wow.
That's exactly what I had put.
Did you
Yeah,
think the
that's
mixing
it.
was weird? Because when I heard it, I was like, it feels like the vocals were detached from the beat too much.
I heard it on the iMac speakers. I didn't have anything on, so I didn't
Okay.
really tell. I was actually doing kitchen stuff.
Gotcha.
But that was decent. That was decent. I agree with Uncle Daniels.
It was great. No, I liked it.
Cousin Dan.
She has a good song with Westside Gunn as well.
Yeah.
On that, which is actually sick. It was really well.
Boo, 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 boo.
Literally.
Yeah.
I Am Nobody. The tune with Phonte and BeMyFiasco. I don't know who that other person is, but Phonte and I Am Nobody. That was sick. That was so
Oh
good.
my god.
I was so surprised how good
Why,
it was.
why do you think it's so good? Break it down to me, Dan. I need to know this.
I thought whoever was rapping was sick.
Phonte, go.
Oh.
That's I don't listen to Phonte.
Top 2 in the
And
A2.
why was he sick? Why was he sick?
His flow was just amazing. That's
Butter,
what I
innit?
can. It's just like butter, literally just like butter.
Fucking flipping. Like,
Similar to the Black. That's the one I wanted
Good.
to go through that verse
So
tonight.
good.
It's that good, but they felt
So sick.
Let's do it next week, please, and thanks. We'll just transcribe it ourselves. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, hopefully by then it'll be up.
Don't worry.
All right,
We
right.
can just do it ourselves. I'm not scared of you.
That's true. It's true.
I know you got this.
Alright, go.
Freddie Gibbs, Big Boss Rabbit.
Yeah.
Sick. Love Freddie Gibbs.
Mm.
So sounds like he's gone back to his normal Freddie Gibbs just rapping. Not like the weird, well not weird, but like the different, he was in like the singing sort of thing before, but like, yeah, it's sick. I quite like this Freddie Gibbs sort of thing.
Jeez.
What else? Wasn't a big fan of the Snoop Dogg
Well,
thing.
It was a bit weird.
It was a bit weird. It was just weird. I couldn't find the Benny song. Westside Gunn, TV Boy. It's cool Westside Gunn shit, you know. He just, he does the weird shit.
Yeah.
The weird sort of rapping, singing, rapping about really inappropriate stuff. Like, it was sick. Like, I rate Westside Gunn because he's proper different. And I think his sound is just so sick. I know he's not a talented rapper. Well, to some extent anyway. He's not the most talented rapper, but like, his music is so good. I listen to it. I can listen to him all the time. So sick. What's next on my list? Jadakiss. Wait, have I just lost it? Jadakiss,
It was
Benny.
Jada,
Yeah, Benny and
Mm.
Sheik Louch?
Luch.
Don't know.
From the
Fam.
Okay, I'm not too sure who that is personally, but yeah, it was a sick song. Benny was sick. Jadakiss.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a sick tune. What else is there for me? The Amy Winehouse, the next 3 songs that they added onto that thing was amazing.
Mm.
Again, I haven't listened to those songs probably over 5 years. Like, I haven't listened to Amy Winehouse actively for so long. So like, it was good to actually hear her, and it sounds better because it's live and she's just sick.
Yeah. Great recording.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Like Cowboy and Lil Wayne was quite a big fan. I quite like Cowboy because he does this singing sort of like the Roddy Ricch sort of singing, rapping sort of thing good. But like, I don't really like him on this song that much, but I like Lil Wayne's verse. It was pretty sick. was surprised to hear like a good, very modern Wayne verse, which was
True. That's a good point.
yeah. I was just whenever like Lil Wayne releases, I'm not really. I prepare for the
Checking
worst.
for it.
Yeah, and then whenever I listen, it's always disappointing. But like this was sick. This was sick. And last one for me, Hammer and the Alchemist Haram. I thought it was so weird.
Nice.
It was cool. Like it was so sick. I like how he had El Sweatshirt on one of the tracks as well. And El Sweatshirt's one of my favorite rappers. So
Yeah.
yeah, I love El. He's out of like all the Odd Future with Tyler and all of them, man. He's in my opinion the most talented out of all of them. But as much as I love Tyler and I think he's sick, but like El Sweatshirt is the best rapper out of them. He's so sick. He's so sick. But like yeah, that was my top songs of the week.
I like it. Good
Yeah.
choice.
It's good.
Love it. Nosh, run us through, mate. What'd you feel?
Flipping no. All right. The Chiiild and Mahalia Awake. That was crazy. Smooth vibes. I'm not familiar with Chiiild. That was a sexy song. Mahalia is delicious. Mahalia is delicious. The Shantel May, as Dan said, Don't Let Me See You Cry. That was like, nice R&B vibes. Beyonce. The I Am Nobody, Phonte, BeMyFiasco. That was just disgusting. What a collab for an interlude. Phonte's bars are just filth. That was quite the tease. That was my favorite of the whole bunch. I honestly replayed it 4 times. Told Eric about it. It was just great. The Freddie Gibbs, Big Boss Rabbit, dope. That was the same sample as Nas, You're the Man from that, I think it's Sixto Rodriguez, the Sugar Man song. Anyway,
Yeah.
Benny the Butcher and Random was good. Classic Benny, clean bars, dope beat. It was kind of dark, but usual kind of shit. The Channa Major and the Vince Staples song, Real Affair, was good. Channa just has that voice that was just like super clean. Bassline in that song was like stand out to me. That was really fun. The 42 Dogg and Roddy Ricch was okay. It had a dope like rock sample in it, which actually was the only reason I liked it. I think it's the band called the Scorpions or something like that. Anyway, I have a bunch of rock songs in a folder that I just don't use much, and I think I have some Scorpions in there. Anyway, the Mercules song with Bone Thugs was okay. I just appreciate the achievement of doing a song with fucking Bone Thugs.
Yeah.
Just
It must have cost a bit.
Salute. Exactly. Salute Merc to adapt his kind of like double time flow and like do all that he can to keep up with those blokes. So that was cool, man. That was just, not bad overall. Did you hear that fucking song with Paris Hilton on it, bro?
I did.
Man.
It's pretty funny.
That's
I don't like pickles, and I don't like this. So it was just like
any song with Tiny
It's a
Temper is
fuck
gonna
show.
sound like that, basically. Or just
couldn't believe it.
clubbing EDM
I clicked
shit,
on,
so-
I saw it in the list. I thought it was a joke, so copied it and checked it on YouTube, and it was just like, bro, it was the whole thing. Anyway, the Terrence Martin and Nick Grant, Can't Let You Go, was smooth. I like Terrence Martin because he's works with Common and like he's in that group August Green and stuff like that. So that's cool. The Kabaka Pyramid and Collie Budd's Medicine collaboration was cool. Like it was a nice bob ting for sure. I like Collie Budd, so
He produced
that.
it.
Yep. So that was cool. And the Arm & Hammer and Alchemist thing that Dan mentioned, that was grimy hip hop. That was cool. The Toby Wigway revealing freestyle in the house with the wifey and the chitlins and the homie. That was insane.
Yeah.
He's ridiculous. Like that had to be written to some extent, but he slayed it. I think he freestyled the end of it, but anyway. No wonder Black Thought and Nas and Diddy rock with him. He's fucking exceptional. So that was another top pick. Also the mellow music group, Dwelling Experts, Joel Ortiz, Apollo Brown, Homeboy Sadman, Odyssey, Sky Zoos on that. That's like a fucking hip hop record. I didn't get through all of that, but I'm gonna go back to it. Yeah, man, that's my whole list. That's actually quite a lot because there was a lot this week. I didn't get through all the albums, but that was my picks in it.
Nice one.
I like that.
I'll keep it brief as well. Well, obviously, which you guys really, really were embarrassing yourselves. And
We left it
fucked
for
up
you. We left it for you.
because Justin Bieber dropped a fucking 6-track EP on us yesterday called Freedom. Obviously, this.
Imagine if I had talked about it first. It would have been like.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you. Justin came through. Now, for better or worse, it's basically a gospel or Christian project, which even for a big Biebs fan like me, but who's also not exactly a fan of Christianity, it's a little tough to listen to sometimes, but it's still Biebs. I bangs with it and I rocks with it. I'm going to stand by it. God damn it.
Easy.
Yeah, I only got to listen to it one time today because I only heard about it today. It only dropped yesterday, I imagine, for Easter.
Mm-hmm.
So, bangs with the Lord, heavy. So, shouts to Biebs. Biebs also dropped 3 live videos for Lonely.
The baby Jesus rose today. So
That's what I'm saying.
Biebs drops.
He came through, so you got Biebs soundtrack for when the infant came through.
When man comes back.
That's what I'm saying,
You got the
bro.
Biebs to be played.
Thank
To
you.
play you in.
Oh, wait till Christmas now. We got the Christmas album and this. Christmas is going to be so good this year. Fuck.
Oh, I'm going to bring earplugs, dude.
No, you're gonna bring an open heart.
Bring your speakers.
I'm going to be so hammered I can't hear. That's what I'm going to do.
That's also fun.
So I figured it out. I'm going to do it.
That's how you're going to get down.
Edibles, hard liquor. Let's go.
Boom. Done. Christmas Day. Let's get the fuck on. Alright, so Bieber dropped Lonely, Anyone, and Holy live videos. It must have filmed a whole bunch of live set in this little forest thing. Super creative, really cool. Typically one take. Really like the way that they do it. Very smart. That's been super dope. I did not hate the little Tjay Destined to Win album. It's not really my jam, but
I didn't really like it. I quite liked Little TJ. I think it's.
I thought he was going to be the most ridiculous thing on all time.
No, he's like
that.
He's like an actual pretty good artist.
Yeah, it's just
he's
like
only like
Roddy
18
Ricch
as
type
well.
stuff.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a kid, right? Yeah.
He made a good song with Pop Smoke recently. Well, actually last year or something. But he's cool. But I just didn't really bangs at the tape.
It's like, I guess more just I thought it was going to be horrendous, and I had time, so I was like, okay, I'll actually check this out and listen to the whole thing. But it was fine. That Shantel May that you guys were talking about, obviously pretty fire. Chiiild and Mahalia, great. Obviously, the song of the week, aside from Biebs, is the I Am Nobody Phonte BeMyFiasco Let It Roll interlude. Disgusting. Phonte is a goat. Like, I really people need to understand how dope this man is. And he had a quote from it, which made me. I tweeted it immediately because I know
the morning.
Yeah.
Of course. Go.
I'm trying to find it. I can't remember the actual lyric. I tweeted it, so I was looking for it. But basically,
Karen, go.
Oh yeah, it said like good morning. Hang on, morning people are the fucking police, and I was like, yes, they are, because I am the opposite of a morning person. I fucking can't stand it, and I feel like I'm always like in a minority. I feel like most people like mornings now, and I'm like this only dickhead not liking them. And good morning, but I'm not a morning person. Morning people are the fucking police. He only got 1 like on that tweet. That's bullshit. So that made me very happy.
A good line. I like that.
And the way he delivers it, you got to hear the whole scheme for it to make sense. But anyway, Phonte is a goat. SOHN, who's a producer, we talked about him on the Breakdown the Lowdown podcast last week when he produced the Collab joint. He dropped a new song called Song to the Siren. Pretty dope. A little on the slow side, but the good thing is that
mad slow,
really slow, but it could indicate more music, and he's the god. So definitely want to hear that. The Freddie Gibbs was cool. Obviously, I thought it was a joke. Big Boss Rabbit. I'm like, this is not. You know how people keep putting fake things in there? I thought it was fake, but it was real. That was cool. Yeah, Benny the Butcher and Random.
The artwork was mad cartoony. Is that what we're talking about?
I didn't even see the artwork. I just saw the name in my.
It was like the Looney Tunes.
Warner Brothers watch.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I just saw the name. I was like,
the characters is so weird.
Just didn't look like he would put out a song called Big Boss Rabbit. So I was like, okay, is this real?
I mean, he does some funny shit.
He does. On paper, I've been tricked too many times, so I'm like, I don't trust these Spotify things all the time.
Clickbait.
I'll run through this quick. Tiana Major 9 and Vince Staples was cool, real affair. I enjoyed that track. The Mossberg, Jada, Benny the Butcher, and Chic love song was great. Hip hop. The Amy Winehouse shit was lit. another Jesus thing, Kelly Price, who was like such a banger in like the early 2000s, late 90s, and now she went and did a full gospel EP. Everyone's becoming Christian these days. It's very interesting. I enjoyed the Gentleman and Buzzer. I don't know who Buzzer is, but Gentlemen are these like German fucking reggae dudes who don't normally sing in German, but this song was. But it was still a slap. It was just like German reggae. It was great.
There was another reggae song
yeah.
that I missed that I completely forgot to say in my top thing.
Yeah, there was the other one too. The
something.
Kabaka Pyramid, Carly Bites of Medicine, Natural High. That was shit.
Natural, yeah, that was fucking
slapper.
sick. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That was great. I didn't even know Carly Bites produced. I thought he was going to be on it, but they put him in there because I guess he's probably a bigger artist. The Kabaka's pretty big, so I don't know. I liked High Classified's Law of Automator Valid EP. He's from here in Montreal, so he had this kind of like, I don't know, it was weird, like housey / like future beatsy kind of EDM shit. I enjoyed it. It was pretty dope. And obviously, Biebs dominated this week, so shouts to Biebs.
Yeah, he's probably the artist of the week. 100%.
Artist of the week,
Yeah.
song of the week is definitely the Phonte and No I Am Nobody, but
100.
especially it, boys. We're at an hour 35. I think we're good.
That's it.
How you feel?
Amazing. We should leave them
With a final thought.
Stiff.
final thought.
We haven't done the final thought for the last few times. We were fucking up.
Mm-hmm.
Who has a final thought?
That's true.
Yeah, it's not really a thought. It's just something that just springs to mind right now. If you haven't watched it, go watch The Boys on Amazon Prime, and then watch a show called Invincible on Amazon Prime. It's the best.
People kept talking about The Boys.
The Boys is insane.
Uh-huh.
You'd fucking love it. It's like a realistic. What if superheroes are actually here? Realistic
it's that
shit.
one.
Like it's actually realistic.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's
and
crazy.
it's so
bro.
fucked up. It's the most fucked up show ever.
The Boys, yeah? And it's on Amazon?
It's on Amazon
I'm
Prime.
going to write that down.
And then when we watch The Boys, watch the
Honestly,
show.
it's
Go on.
big team.
Yeah, it's so good.
No,
Like,
I'm saying I love it.
it's so sick. And then once you watch that, watch a show called
I've been to
Invincible.
a whole bunch.
Invincible.
Invincible's like it's a cartoon, but it's like The Boys. So it's not for kids at all. It's really fucked up.
Gotcha.
But it's very similar to The Boys. It's fucked.
Written down. Boom. Done.
So good.
Bim, bam, boom.
There you go.
Love it. Notice what's your fucking thought, mate?
My fucking thought is fucking get outside and sniff a tree, cunt. No, I just like to piggyback off the final thought from the last feature episode, which was breakdown to lowdowns. Same thing. Just like I've been getting out on the bike and riding amongst spring. The fucking ground's dry. Most things are not muddy anymore, so you can walk and hike and bike and run around the ravines of Toronto and the parks and all this sort of walking trails, hiking trails. But I've been out on the bike and just getting amongst it. It's just changing the game because being cooped inside when it's cold sucks mad balls. And not that that's a bad thing really, but just staying inside gets you cooped up. Cabin fever is real, and getting outside in the sunshine, just exercise and just riding by yourself, or if you got a couple of buddies, then fuck whatever's good. That's really just helped me a lot, considering I work at home in the studio and do a lot of stuff here at the desk. So getting outside is essential to my productivity for my routine for the day and stuff like that. So get outside, even if it's walking around the block and going to a parkette, cool. If you live near some ravines or small parks or whatever, take your puppy to the off leash and go for a run yourself. Just get amongst it. It really helps.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good one. I was going to say, even if you're not into biking, because that's not my thing, but I like going for a walk. We actually schedule it.
Walk around.
And it doesn't have to be. We like to look at the neighborhoods and look at the baller ass houses. We live right near the mountain, so there's mad multi-million-dollar cribs.
Welcome for
So get inspired. We go and look at all the the cars, the Teslas and Porsches and shit, and vibe out. That's kind of what we want. And to play on that, meditate every day. I've been doing it now. I think I'm at 380 something days straight, and I've been doing it for.
I saw you post that.
That was I got 365 straight, but I've been doing I think I hit.
Yeah.
No, I had. Well, that was in a row without making a mistake. I've done about 1,500 days, but with one day off where I've accidentally forgotten, or I went to Australia and I wasn't able to keep the streak. So
Right.
I fucked up a couple
That's
times
amazing.
when I'm traveling a lot. And it's really helpful. And Tiff started doing it recently with a challenge that was in January where you had to just do it every day. And because the app we use gamified it and shows you how many consecutive days, she's obsessed and now she does it every day. So doing the thing, and it's helped because you channel your energy. I do it the first thing. I don't touch the phone or nothing. Obviously, you touch the phone and play the meditation, but yeah, like a guided meditation just to get you thinking, visualizing what you want. It just gets you in sort of a good mode for the day, and you've already achieved something. Like the second you wake up, I got an electric scale, so I weigh electric. No, what are they called? Smart scale. So it taps to the fucking app. So I weigh myself just to keep. I like data to keep track of like where I'm at, and then I'll go straight back, and then I'll meditate immediately. I won't check notifications or text or email, nothing at all. Just straight into it, and I find that's really good. Just to, like you said, for the same reason. Get your mind right. Start the day. It's rough times all around.
Like
Shit
it.
ain't going anywhere. Whatever the truth is, and whatever happens with all of the like situations that we have, it ain't going nowhere. So take care of yourself. So
Self-love. Your
with
main.
Amazing.
that said, Nosh, where can everyone find you online?
They can check me at NoshBaby, at Notion Baby, on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, at IllNote Studios on Instagram and Facebook, illnotestudios.com in it. How about you, Dan?
I, Dan Johnson, on Instagram and Twitter. And if you're into video games and ting, HTFGXMING on Instagram and Twitch in it. How about you, sir?
You can get me at CAAFOR, Twitter and fucking Instagrizzle. Guys, thank you so much for watching and listening. If you enjoyed the episode, smash the thumbs up. Hit subscribe below. Hit the notification bell. Ding. So you know when the new drops. Follow us on social media at The Movement Fam everywhere. We'll be back next Monday. It seems to be 8:30 right now. Notion, you're out of control. You need to go to bed.
That was amazing.
Guys, thank you for watching.
It's bedtime.
We'll see y'all next week.
Love you.
Peace,
Love
peace,
you.
peace, peace,
Love
peace.
you.
Get your cat. Love you.
Love you most.
Love you. Hey.
Hey. Whoa. Hey.
Come now.
Chicky. Whoa. Hey. Gonna ruin my audio.
Yeah, I'm gonna run it. Yeah, catch a car.